Well, hello and welcome to our webinar, Getting Product and IT Teams Under the Same Umbrella with Jira Service Management. My name is Alan Reynolds, and I'm a pre-sale system engineer with RightStar, an Atlassian Gold Solution partner. We'll talk a little bit more about that later, but I have about 25 years experience in IT consulting and solution implementation, and I guess I've spent the last 20 years of that or so in the ITSM and ITIL spaces. I'm ITIL Foundation and DevOps Foundation and Atlassian certified, and so that's a little bit about me, but on to what we're here to talk about today. So a primary recommendation in Gartner's 2022 strategic roadmap for IT service management is to enable IT and product teams to practice ITSM. In other words, you need to get your IT and product teams to work collaboratively under the same umbrella. Now, information technology service management, ITSM, is a IT framework focused on the processes and technological aspects of planning and enabling and delivering and continuously managing IT services. The main goal of ITSM is to offer IT services to customers in a timely and auditable manner. Typically, this is achieved through well-defined ITSM processes like configuration management and incident management and problem management and change enablement and service request fulfillment and release management and service level management. But because ITSM is used to manage end-to-end delivery, it's often compared to DevOps. Now, DevOps, with Dev and Ops referring to operations, is a practice that combines software application development and IT operations. It actively works against the siloing of development and operation teams. Now, the main aim of DevOps and the objective of teams who practice it, like product teams, is to improve collaboration between development and operations teams. And the result of that improved collaboration is more rapid building and testing and releasing of more consistently reliable software. Now, although ITSM and DevOps are regularly framed as conflicting concepts, both frameworks can really be used to work quickly and strategically while maintaining a thorough development process that includes continuous integration and frequent testing and automation and IT management and collaboration. And both types of teams can use ITSM to communicate and to work more effectively. Fortunately, Atlassian has designed and built Jira Service Management, JSM, for both product and IT teams, a claim that no other ITSM toolset vendor can make. So today we'll discuss the importance of collaboration between product and ITSM teams and demonstrate the value of Atlassian's Jira Service Management as the centerpiece of that collaboration. So product teams must maintain a broad focus. They typically oversee a product's planning and overall development and marketing and sales and sales planning at least, and pricing estimates and eventually launching into the market. Such a broad array of responsibilities creates space for collaboration with multiple teams like engineering and operations and support and marketing and sales. And as a result of that close interconnectedness, product teams and development teams often overlapped in purview and strategy. In many ways, DevOps teams are a subset of product teams, really, with DevOps often having the most hands-on influence over what the product looks like and how it's maintained on a day-to-day basis. Now, in contrast, the goal of an IT team is to enable the product team to carry out their duties effectively. So while IT team members aren't directly responsible for the product, they provide the necessary infrastructure that enables DevOps and other crucial development practices to take place. IT teams are responsible for maintaining the fundamental building blocks of collaboration, including project management tools and service desks and company-wide communication channels. So while respective teams' responsibilities are geared toward meeting the overall organization's goals, effectively implementing and practicing these two concepts together in reality is quite challenging. So to effectively do it requires discipline and a capable collaboration platform. Some organizations don't yet integrate DevOps practices into their projects or software development lifecycle. And in contrast, some implement DevOps methods only to find out there's still friction that degrades the collaboration between the development and operation teams. For example, consider a development team that packages its product as a jar artifact instead of a containerized application. Now, this doesn't align with the operations team's expectations, nor does that team receive any advance warning. And that can create a challenge when defining the operations team's CI/CD pipeline stages. And that, of course, can cascade into additional issues. Now, while that might seem like a conflict strictly between dev and ops, it also represents a misalignment between product and IT teams. Without the proper tools and communication channels that ITSM mechanisms establish, dev and ops struggle to remain synchronized with each other. And as a result, they experience difficulties aligning with the larger product team as projects pass through the software development lifecycle. However, having a strong ITSM backbone can minimize these misalignments. So to avoid these issues, you have to improve collaboration between dev and ops teams and ensure DevOps workflows align with the product's broader goals. Time for Atlassian's Jira Service Management to the rescue. So maybe this could be illustrated best with a use case. So first, customers provide feedback on your products, defects and enhancements, which affect product development direction via the Jira Service Management customer portal. Then the product team defines its product and business requirements in Confluence using feedback provided by customers, for example, right from the portal. Assume the final goal of this is maybe to have a product that's scalable across millions of users and multiple geographic regions, all with expected functional requirements. Now, these business requirements are added to the Confluence page with all the other requirements gathered, while they're reviewed and then approved by the product development and engineering teams. And then the architect translates those business requirements into user stories. And those user stories are then sent over to Jira software to be worked by the development team using the built-in integration between Confluence and Jira. Then based on the architect's design decisions, the development team opts for a microservices-based infrastructure to be deployed as a containerized application, let's say. The development team then can focus on containerizing the application right from the beginning. And then an ITSM change ticket in Jira Service Management is created and assigned to the operations team. Now, this ticket describes work expected from the operation team in constructing the containerized application CI/CD pipeline for the development team. And then once in production, service outages are recorded as incident tickets in Jira Service Management and assigned to the appropriate L1 support team for triage. So in this way, by creating tickets in the appropriate tool and then assigning them to the targeted teams as the ITSM practice dictates, the clarity of business and technical goals can facilitate more seamless collaboration among development and operations and product teams. When applying such a strategy, the product and development and operation teams should identify and categorize their responsibilities when defining the product's requirements. And such a practice should continue even after the product goes live. So, furthermore, linking incidents and problem and change and configuration management ITSM tickets improves efficiency and reduces misalignment among the teams. And when all teams follow these ITSM strategies in combination with DevOps practices, they'll solidify their professional working relationships with each other and enhance traceability throughout the development cycle and avoid redundant and time-consuming bureaucracy. So once you understand the necessity of aligning your product and IT teams and the obstacles faced when you do that, you can easily appreciate the importance of having a capable toolkit to help you achieve this goal. And Jira Service Management is often the best fit for that job. So while most organizations base their product and DevOps management practices on agile methodologies, the waterfall method approach of ITSM might seem like a little bit of a conflict. But the Jira Service Management platform, once it's in place, can empower your cross-functional teams to create the most value out of both practices. The JSM platform brings in ITSM practices like service request and change and incident and problem and asset and configuration management, knowledge management. And if you integrate all those practices into the one platform, Jira Service Management can transform your product-oriented groups into high-velocity agile teams. And IT teams can use Jira Service Management's asset and configuration management capabilities to capture the asset and configuration details around the developers' machines and servers and applications and other software in the environments where products are going to be deployed. And product teams can define requirements as a request ticket in service management or as an epic in Jira software. And the ticket could then be defined as multiple stories in Jira software or as request tickets in Jira Service Management and assigned to the appropriate stakeholders or teams. And as the products develop, each team can use Atlassian's Confluence knowledge management feature to combine their learnings with details from technical and functional perspectives into a comprehensive knowledge base. And then once the product is live and can potentially start experiencing outages, you can use JSM to create incidents against that service. And then engineers can respond to those incidents and generate reports based on the details logged within the incident. And those reports can even showcase service level metric details. And furthermore, when end users or your customers require any changes to the product, the details of the requirement can be captured as enhancement requests, enabling the corresponding team to address them. And this entire cycle will iterate throughout the software lifecycle process, achieving the integrity and implementation of all practices from project management to DevOps and ITSM all in one platform. So DevOps practices intend to expedite software delivery through automation and improve collaboration across different teams. And with the adoption of DevOps practices, many organizations started reducing their focus on ITIL processes or maybe just left ITIL processes up to whatever the ITSM toolset vendor might offer out of box. But the ITIL 4 framework now offers guiding principles like keep it simple and collaborate and optimize and automate, processes that often prove crucial. So it's vital to recognize the potential benefits of integrating these frameworks rather than prioritizing one over the other. And by improving collaboration between the DevOps team and the product team and IT tooling and enhance visibility and reduce your incident response time and meet your SLAs. And this all results in a streamlined development procedure and a superior customer experience. So what should your takeaway be from today? Well, Jira Service Management's powerful ITSM capabilities can help you improve and integrate your organization's DevOps and ITSM practices, offering an intuitive and powerful low-code solution that integrates seamlessly with various tools and platforms. So the organizational impact of getting your product and IT teams under the same umbrella using JSM really just reads like a page right out of the ITIL 4 DevOps handbook, with improved IT and business alignment and greater collaboration across functions and an increased emphasis on employee experience. And most importantly, a successful ITSM experience positively impacts the business. Now, I know it's a big move, selecting a new service management tool, but for many teams, the benefits of Jira Service Management far outweigh the costs of implementing it and the consequences of staying with inadequate tooling. From increased collaboration and extensibility to leaner ITSM workflows and potentially even lower costs. And for companies already using Jira software, that case is even really more compelling, enabling unsurpassed dev and ops alignment to help IT and production teams solve issues even faster. Now, of course, keep in mind, Jira Service Management doesn't have to be a full-blown replacement for your existing system on day one. There's integration points available between the Atlassian tools and most popular ITSM solutions and most popular solutions in general. So you could use both side by side for a period of time until all your teams have moved. So is a modern ITIL certified service management tool that's built for DevOps right for your team? Well, to find out, reserve a time with us for one of our product demos, complete with a live Q&A. So this is really just a must-see for anyone who's considering Jira Service Management. We'll show you firsthand just how simple it is to link support tickets to software issues and keep IT and product and business teams connected. RightStar, a division of Activia, is a thought leader in ITSM and an expert with Atlassian and Jira Service Management related solutions. We offer consulting and design and implementation services to streamline your workflows and eliminate ITSM overload. You can contact us at info@rightstar.com, but we'll put our contact information up here for you in just a few moments as a reminder. So let's look at any questions that may have been submitted as we went through our presentation today. Okay, looks like there's a question that's come in here around integrations. Oh, with LDAP. Is there an integration available with Jira Service Management with LDAP or AD, and is there a single sign-on option? Absolutely. Jira Service Management in the cloud offers a ability to do single sign-on through a service called Atlassian Access, which links up to your own SAML cloud SAML provider, which then links up to your, maybe local ID or whatever, so that you can manage your users and groups in your SAML provider, which then talks to Atlassian Access, which then is able to manage your users and groups inside of Jira Service Management and Confluence and Jira Software and so on and so forth. That also gives you the ability to manage those accounts, so you can provision and deprovision and set password rules and enforce two-factor authentication and things like that. So hopefully that's a good answer for that one. Let me see. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. Well, here's one I like. Can non-business and non-dev units use JSM? I think this is geared toward like, what if these teams aren't product teams or IT teams? And I guess the answer is absolutely yes. And that's even, that ability is getting even greater. The Jira Service Management solution has been used by, of course, the IT teams, but facilities teams and HR teams and marketing teams and so on and so forth to do that kind of customer level management for quite a while. But there are even more now project templates for that built inside the tool, so that you're up and ready to go right away without having to do so much configuration and thought from scratch. Say if you're a legal team and want to take some particular input from customers on when they need to have legal reviews done, or if you're a marketing team that is intaking marketing ideas from your customer base or that sort of thing. Anyway, I could go on about that. That's probably a whole nother webinar on its own. I'll tell you what, let's I got one here I like, and maybe we'll kind of cap it at that. But how hard is it to customize the system? Can I create my own workflow and processes in Jira, or am I stuck with what comes out of box? So customization is super easy. I think I mentioned no code in a presentation today, but ultimately I wouldn't call it customizing the system. I would call it configuring the system. This is a no code thing. All of that sort of like, what request types do I want, and what does my workflow want to be, and what statuses should go through, and all those kinds of things are configurable by an admin. Sometimes a Jira system administrator, but much of that can be done by just a particular project administrator. So maybe you have someone in your HR team who is responsible for a few of those kinds of things for their requests and customers, and maybe someone different from your facilities team, for example, so that you can offload a little bit of that administrative work from the various teams to them, instead of having your main Jira administrator be responsible for everything, being a bottleneck, really. So anyway, like I said, let's go ahead and stop there. After our webinar today, you'll be redirected to a web page where you can request that we do a separate demo for you, for your organization, or if you just like to request more information from us. Thanks for signing on today, and we really appreciate your time. Hope to see you soon on our next webinar. Bye-bye.